Hello, welcome to the Soil Sistas channel. I'm Amy.
And I'm Claudia.
And today we're going to talk about
how to succeed in Environmental Science 100.
So stay tuned. So why are we credible? First of all, we have taken this class previously with Dr. Graham, and then we have already had a year of teaching this class as well.
And also, we really love soils. So one of the things, if you really love something, you find a way to learn the most you can. So I think we are very credible people to teach you how to do well in this course.
If you can't tell by being on our channel already, we're really nerdy about soil.
Yeah.
Number one. Basic common sense. If you haven't figured it out already, you should attend lectures on time. And it's a little awkward in this classroom because everyone will see that you come in late. So just be courteous and come to lecture on time. And also, you can see Dr. Graham's annoyance if you come in late or leave.
Also, there's clicker questions at the beginning of class that can most often are used during the exams. So be on time so that you can see those examples that will probably be on the exam. So electronics are usually really a big distraction in most classes. So this class, fortunately, we do not allow electronics. So print out your lectures beforehand. They are available on iLearn, usually a couple days beforehand. So you can print them out and you can annotate them as you go on, just to make sure that you're getting the most essential information.
Or if you just want to wing it, just come in with a composition notebook and be ready to go. Take notes. The textbook is actually very important to this class. So there is a period of time when you start to lose things in your memory after a lecture. So just after every day of the lecture, just go through your notes and then cross-reference with the textbook.
It's also really helpful, even if you don't read it beforehand or immediately after the class. It is helpful to go through the textbook, especially for definitions, because it is an intro course. So sometimes you can just get lost in the definitions of things. So it's an excellent resource. It has all of the information there for you. And most of the time in classes, the professor only extracts from the textbook what they think is most important. So if you have any gap in understanding, the textbook is an excellent source to find what you really need.
How much did you go through the textbook?
Mostly for definition stuff. I
loved the little drawings. I found those helpful because I'm a visual person, so I loved the drawings and really relied on those a lot.
There's a lot of diagrams in that textbook that are better ways of expressing a concept. So definitely go and look at those diagrams.
Yeah, use your textbook.
Okay, so for this class, it is an introductory course, so you're going to be bombarded with a bunch of new information, terms that you probably have never heard or even used before. So for this class, you're really going to want to find the best method of memorization for this course. So for me, it's flashcards. So you can get really cute flashcards like this one, or just regular basic flashcards. It is really helpful to keep those terms in line and make sure that you know the definitions for things. You're going to get a whole new set of vocabulary. Make sure you know it.
My method when I was taking this class was I really relied on color coding my notes. I went through my notes, color coded it by the chapter in the textbook. So color coding was my way to go. Highlighters, pens, crayons, whatever.
And then also we will have another video up called How to Study for a PowerPoint-based lecture, which this class is. So definitely go through that video. We'll cover, if you're not familiar with how to use flashcards, we will cover in that video what the best way of using flashcards to your advantage.
Find a study group. Find some people in the class that are just as passionate as you, and that's honestly one of the best ways to study, is to just throw ideas at people and see if you can memorize or actually practice teaching other students. That actually really is a good way of learning, is teaching. So, yeah. Take the homework seriously. My mistake that I still regret to this day was I didn't type out my first homework assignment, in which it clearly said type out the homework assignment, and I got 50% off. So that was a big ouchie.
And then also 3 of the 4 homework assignments in this course are essentially practice exams. So you're gonna want to not only complete that homework assignment, but know each question. Make sure that you cross-reference your textbook, your lecture notes, to get everything right, because essentially it's like an open book test for your homework assignments. And then that will be helpful also, because generally those are due when you take the exam. So it's really a great guide for your exams.
Yeah, I've cross-referenced those homework assignments even to other classes. Yeah. Like, I still have those. Like, I use them. Yeah. They're a godsend. So,
but we do want to say that from the past of being TAs, that they are not exact replicas of what you will get during the exams. So make sure that you use them as a guide and not just a crutch for studying. They are really excellent ways of guiding your studying. Okay, so you have a quiz at the start of each lab. They are usually short 3-minute quizzes, just a couple questions, something that you should have overlooked on your lab, and they are pre-quizzes, so they are quizzing you on the subject that's going to be done that day during lab. So make sure you come in knowing that the lab has a quiz, and it's only 5% of your grade, but it is enough that it could change you can go up or down in a letter grade for your final grade. So make sure that you take those quizzes seriously and come in knowing, read the introductory paragraphs on the lab especially. Those are very helpful.
Okay, so that's also important to say, be on time. I'm a strict TA. I don't know what your policy was, but if you were 10 minutes late, you weren't taking the quiz. So this is another life lesson. Just be on time for things. Just be early, be on time. Don't miss your quizzes. Your lab assignments are due at the beginning of the next lab session. So it's important to try to do your lab assignments as soon as possible, when everything's fresh in your mind, you remember what you did. And if you are interested in doing some sort of lab-based job later on, or doing grad school, it's also good technique, some good practice to write everything down as soon as possible, so then you don't forget these small procedures or small things that you did.
From last year TAing, I've noticed that a lot of people would put off doing their lab assignments, their post-lab questions, until maybe the day before. And a lot of these questions are very, they're critical thinking ones. They're not very basic questions. You have to think critically. So don't put it off till the day before. I know a lot of us as students, we procrastinate. That's just a part of college life. But make sure that for these lab assignments, if you want to do well, make sure you do it right after. If you have any questions on any particular lab questions, come in till the office hours, either through your TA or either of us. You can also go to Dr. Graham for any follow-up questions. But if it's a lab-specific question, you can come up to us, because we've taken the class, we've TA'd the class, we really know the labs really well.
Yeah. And don't come into our office hours expecting to get the lab assignment done in there. We're not gonna help you. You need to come in with specific questions. Don't take advantage of us. Oh, and come to office hours. We're friendly.
Yeah, please visit us.
Yeah, we're fun. Don't be scared of us. We just come to our office hours, but don't hang out at our office hours. Okay, so
just common sense and just general, decency. we do ask that you be courteous and respectful to not just Dr. Graham and ourselves, but also to your fellow classmates, because being nice actually can be very helpful in the long term. So especially with us as your TAs, knowing that you're nice to us can really influence us to help you a little bit more. And then also with Dr. Graham, if someone comes into his office hours and just has a general interest and is very, sincere, those types of things we really like to see in students. So that's just a common sense kind of thing, but also,
Yeah, they're life standards. You're either a junior or a senior, you're starting to get ready for a new chapter of your life. You're getting ready for a career or grad school. You actually now is the time to try to be professional. Like dress nice and act nice and be nice to other people.
And also along the lines of being respectful and courteous is just come in with a great attitude. If you come in ready to go, I know everyone comes in starting the fall, like I'm gonna do so great this quarter. If you come into this class with that attitude, everyone else will do well. So just make sure you come in with a great attitude. Don't drag your feet for everything. I know this is there's a lab in this class and a lot of people don't like having lab courses because it takes a lot of time, but make the best of it. It is, your education, you're paying for this. So try to get the most out of it and just be an awesome student.
Yeah. So, we already had this developed interest in soils, but we noticed that if even Dr. Graham has told us that when students have a passion or an interest for what they're learning, they tend to do better. It just comes naturally. Like soil science for us, we worked hard on it, but it came naturally. We actually wanted to study this and wanted to read about it. So, try to find something interesting. There's gotta be something interesting in this.
Yeah.
Like forensic soils or planetary soils, extraterrestrial soils, whatever. Chemistry.
Yeah, this is an introductory course to a very diverse science. So even if you don't like soil physics, but you love,
water
or
atmosphere,
soil and water interactions, then
physics.
Go with it. This is a very wide range of sciences that are coming into one for your introductory course. So just try to find what you like and then stick with it.
We hope that you liked what you saw. Subscribe to our channel because we will have weekly updates.
Yeah, weekly overviews pretty much of the entire week, so you can keep up with the class rather than trying to catch up. Each week we'll try to give you the biggest information that we thought was relevant for that week. We'll go over it. If you subscribe to our channel, you'll stay up with the class and kind of just get to know us too. So